Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'll share my screen. Today, last day, the session given for me is an hands-on session on Python. So for the past 4 days, you might have been studied about the basic concepts in Python and all. Today, let us discuss about the hands-on session. So it will be very clear if you are all joined with a laptop or in your desktop system. So if you have, please join with those laptop or your laptop or desktop so that it will be easy for you to follow me up. And I'll give you the code side by side. You can run and you can execute the outputs also. So let us first discuss how you can run a Python program. So here there are different ways to run a Python program. The most common way everyone used to run a Python program is to use the Google Colab. So if you just type the Colab or Google Colab, you will be asked to open this first link. Welcome to Colab. So just click on this link. So you'll be having an experience or a notepad like this. So here you can see here there are examples, reasons, drive, GitHub, upload. So you can store your Python program anywhere with an extension IPYNB or .py, and you can upload and run in Colab. So the Google is providing this environment for running the Python program. So this is free. This is open source. You no need to install any software to run your Python program. This is one of the most common method to run any Python program. So this is an interface. Just type. So the only thing that requires is, so you have to log in. So you have to log in before opening this. Since I have already logged in with my Gmail, it is stored at this end. So here you can see I have already logged in. The only thing that requires you have to log in with any of your account. So then you just click on this first link. You will see this an interface opening. This is an interface. Here you can take your program from drive and you can run. And this is the GitHub account. If you have any link with your GitHub account, you can link that account name here and you can directly run that program. And if you are storing your Python program in your laptop, so you can upload this using this upload, and you can browse here and you can choose your program and you can execute that program. The most commonly used way is you have to use this recent, or here you can see this an icon that is present, that is new notebook. You just click on this new notebook. A notebook will be open and all this program will be saved in your drive location. There is no need to save your program locally in your system. You can open this anywhere. Only thing that requires you have to again log in with your same Gmail. So if you are just log in with your Gmail anywhere in any system, just open Colab. All you can see is your programs. See here, when you just click on new notebook, this notebook will be opened. Here you can edit your name of your notebook. For example, I can just enter this is sample. So this notebook name I have given, this is the sample. So here this is the place you have to start typing your code. So there is no restriction that for each and every program I have to open a separate notebook. For example, this is sample.ipynb is one notebook. Within this, I can able to store any number of code, any number of program. This is the part where I have to fill my code. This is the run button. Using this, I have to run my code. So see here, an example I can show you. So this is one of the notebook which I have completed already. The name is FDP1.ipynb. You can see this is the first program. When you just click on this button, this will be run and I can see the output here. If I want to add one more thing, I can click this plus code. Yes, this is the second code block. This is the first code block. This is second code block. These two can run separately. There is no interlink between these two code block. You can put anything here and you can use this run button to run separately. For example, I can give a simple print statement. So you can know that print statement is for displaying something. Look at here. So this is the button for running your code. And if you run this code, you can see this is running. The print statement in Python is to just to display something. So the only thing that requires is here, this is the output. Whatever the thing you are given inside this print statement will display as it is. This is one code block. So here I can give an another code. This is another code block. So here I have defined two numbers and I just want to display the result. So I have got the output as 8. Now what you can understand is that regarding this notebook, you can create any number of code blocks like this. Just click on this plus code, you will get another code block. For example, this is my first code block. So I have displayed something, it is displayed as hello. This is my second code block. I have just performed a simple addition. This is my output. If you want to run your code, just click on this and arrow mark so that you will output. You can see your output that is executed here. So if I want to continue with my third code, no need to open another notebook. Just click on this plus code. You will get a third code block. All these code blocks are separate. There is no interlinking between these code blocks. Each and every code block stores in a separate memory and executed separately. So we cannot get the combinations of output of all the code blocks. So this is separating, this memory is separate, this output is separate. This is separate, this memory is separate, this output is separate. Likewise, inside the simple notebook, sample IPYNB, this is a single notebook I have created. Within this, I can store as many as number of code blocks that is required for me and I can execute that separately. This is the way you have to create your simple notebook and you can execute. Other ways for running this Python program is you can install Python or you can install Jupyter in your system, as these are all open source. You can install Python compiler or interpreter. So you can install Jupyter Notebook or you can install Visual Studio Code. Using that, you can run your Python code also. That is also the possible cases. This is the easiest way without installing any third party software. You can directly run the Python codes. Only thing that requires your Gmail. You just log in with your Gmail and you can use this Colab. Google is providing this open source platform for running any Python program. And don't get confused where this will be stored. So if I want to again see this program, shall I need to carry my laptop anywhere? No, this is not the case. For example, again you just go. If I want to see, yes, I have closed my notebook. If I want to again see what are all the programs that I have completed, or again I want to continue within the same notebook, what I can do is, so you can open the Colab again. So click on this. Only thing is you have to be login with your same account again. So the first thing that is opened is recent. So here the last open thing is sample. These are all the remaining Python programs that I have stored in my Colab account. So where it is stored, just click on this. You will be locate this particular program in your drive. So these are all the properties of this file. So the file name, when it is open, when it is first open, and this is you have to locate this particular file in your drive where this gets stored in my drive. If you want to locate this one, just click on this link, and this is to open that particular file. Or if you just click on this, you can able to open. So we have created a file called sample IPYNB, that is our notebook. Just click on this, you will able to get what are all the code that is done with this sample IPY dot sample dot IPYNB. These extensions are, that is default. Colab itself will be provided. So when you just click on new notebook, an untitled notebook will be opened. You can rename that one. You can rename that one of your choice. If you want to locate in drive, or if you want to create a new notebook, don't again go back to that same interface. Just click on this file here. If you want to know where in my drive this program is get saved, so just click on this locate in drive. So this is the place which will help you to identify where your program is saved, that is identified using this locate in drive. So these are all different options available. If you want to save a copy in GitHub, save a copy in drive, again you want to create one more copy, you can go with this option. Or if I want to download and store it my laptop in my local storage, what I can do with this, just I have to click on this download.py or download.ipynb. IPYNB is the common extension that is used in Colab. And if you have created any Python program, generally you will be using .py. So you can run this if you are installing any software. You can run this using Python space program name .py. That is another possibility available. Or you can, if you have installed Python in your system, you can open your command prompt and you can run that one. These are all the options that is available. So if you want, if you are just forget this code cell, or you can insert code cell. So likewise, you can just perform as or create a simple notebook and perform this simple operations on Python. I hope this introduction part is clear to every one of you. That is how to open a Colab and how to just work on this Colab. Is it clear for everyone? If you are working parallelly, just log in with your Gmail account. So I'll give you 2 minutes time. Just log in with your Gmail account and open a simple Python notebook. Just open a simple Python notebook or simple IPYNB. Just log in, or if you are not login, opening the Colab itself asking you to log in. Just log in and create a simple notebook. So just create a two shells like this, execute the first one and execute the second one. If I have created any mistake in this, so I'll get an compilation error. For example, print in this way, I have to give the print statement. So this is not the acceptable print statement. The syntax for print statement is just place your cursor pointer here over that error. So this red underline mark represents it is an error. So if you want to know what is that error, how to resolve, just place your cursor pointer over here. Just place your cursor pointer over here. So it will just list you, yes, what is the statement, how it has to be. Statement must be separated by new lines or comma. So this is not the acceptable print statement. So if I run this code block, I may get a compilation error, missing parenthesis in a call to print. So you have to give in this way, print off. You have to give in this way, likewise. So if I want to fix this error, I can just click on this fix error, or it will just suggest you how to fix this error. So, okay, if I am okay with this, I can just click on this one. It will be automatically changed. Then I can again run this code. Hello will be displayed. So once again, I'll tell you how to fix the error manually. So this is not the acceptable format. Okay. If I run this print statement, I may get an error, incomplete input. if I know what it will be, it is showing where you are getting error, at what place you have to fix this error, in line number, how to fix that error. It is automatically displaying. So even though I have not get how to fix that one, I can click on this fix error. What it will do, this is my statement, this is the correct statement. So if I am okay, it is automatically displaying. The second line is automatically displaying. The Colab interface itself providing me a suggestion to modify my error, to rectify my error. If I am okay with this, I have to click on this one, accept the suggestion. No, if I am not okay with the suggestion, because this is not a man, this is not an human. So it is just suggesting based on the knowledge it has been trained. So it may give sometimes a perfect suggestion, sometimes it may give a mere approximation suggestion. So we have to manually check whether the suggestions have to be accepted or it has to be rejected. So if I have got a point, yes, I have missed this closed parenthesis. Yes, accept this suggestion. Your code block gets corrected. Again, run the scope. Now you will get the perfect output. This is for the cases. That is why if this is run using Visual Studio Code or any other third party software like Jupyter, we may not get suggestions at all the cases. So only the suggestions can be obtained in this case. So I'll give you 2 minutes time. Please open this notebook and please try this one. Is this part of how to run this program is clear? I hope it is clear for every one of you. So parallelly, you also please run this code. So this is the general introduction of how to open a Google Colab notebook and how to execute this code block, how to create more number of code blocks in a single Python notebook and executing those notebooks one by one. So this is the first sample example. Let me move to another example. So I have what are all that is important with regards to this hands-on Python. So what are all the basic programs that needs to be understood by each and every one of us regarding this Python? So everything has been listed. So these are all the things which is very important for hands-on experience. First thing is demonstrating a simple print statement. So that I have given you how to execute a simple print statement. So these are all the things that we have executed so far. Simple print statement, print of something. If you have given, so you can able to execute that particular code. And the second program is demonstrate the fundamental data types in Python programming language. So any programming language, if you are going with any programming language, the first and foremost important thing is what are all the different data types available. So here I can explain you with respect to Python, there is no separate data types available. You no need to specify data type for any variable. You just assign a values, the data type will be implicitly taken. This is an important point in Python. So last example also. So I can open you the last example that we have completed the simple program. So here you can see. So here you can see in this code block, I have given A equal to 3, B equal to 5. I'm just displaying this one. I have not specified what is the data type of A, what is the data type of B. I hope everyone of you is clear what is data type. Data type is nothing but we have to say whether the particular variable is an integer, floating, complex number, double, etc. So we have to define that one. If it is in a C programming language, we will be explicitly defined like int a equal to 3, float a equal to 3.3, double a equal to 3.300. Likewise, we will explicitly define the type. But here in Python, there is no need to define the data types explicitly. What it means? Data types in Python are implicit. There is one statement in Python. I hope you might have been studying these concepts earlier. Data type in Python are implicit. What is the meaning of implicit? It will be understood by itself. What is the meaning of implicit is? It will be understood by itself. The a variable, the value that is assigned to that particular variable, based on that, the data type will be implicitly taken by the compiler. What it means? For example, if you are given a equal to 3, this will be implicitly understood by this program. This is an integer value. If I have given b equal to 5.5, it will be implicitly understood by this program. Okay, this is a floating point. If I have given b equal to high, for example, string will be given within the double quotes. If I have given hello here, it will be implicitly taken. Okay, b is a string variable. In this case, a is an integer variable. Likewise, it will be implicitly assigned. I have just placed my cursor over a. It is showing, please everyone listen here. It is showing int colon a. What it means is that the program itself, the part itself will be considered what might be the data type based on the value you have assigned. You no need to specify explicitly as in case of C, C++, Java. No need to specify explicitly. So when I place my cursor pointer over in the second, yes, sometimes. So if I have assigned 5, it will be loaded and it will be considered as an integer. So it is a built-in function. So if you want to know about what is that particular function is, it is a built-in function. Print likewise, it will be displaying. So this is based on what are all the values that we are assigning to any variable. The data type will be implicitly taken. No need to specify the data type explicitly. The data type will be implicitly considered and no need to specify the data type explicitly. So here with this in mind, I can explain what are all the different fundamental data types that will be implicitly understood by the Python program. So here look at this one, age. I have assigned 25. Temperature -5. Counters assigned with 0. So here the first is everything is an integer variable. That is a number. This is positive integer, this is negative integer, and this is the 0 value. So if you want to know what data type that is implicitly understood by the compiler, you have to just give this one print type. Type is a built-in function. If you are passing any variable to that type, that will display what data type that will be implicitly assigned. For example, here a is given with the value of 3. I want to display what is this type that is implicitly assigned for this a. What the program have understood, the a is about. Yes, print type of a. If I run this code, class int, it is taken as integer. For example, so I have assigned some other string, and if I type yes, str, this is nothing but a string. Based on the value that is assigned to a particular variable, the data type will be implicitly taken by the compiler. If I want to identify what data types have been taken, I have to give this type function. The type function will display the particular data type. Here the type of age will give me class int and print. If you're just displaying those variables, the value will be displayed. The second case, so the whole number is an integer. The second case is I have assigned these things with some floating point numbers. Floating point number represents a decimal numbers. So here, first, in this first, you can look at height is given with 5.9. And here the pi symbol is assigned with 3.14. So here this is the positive float. This is the floating point with more decimal places. And negative floating point is also be possible. But in case of integer C program, we cannot assign positive numbers, negative numbers under one particular category. And also we have to be explicitly define what is the data type of that particular variable. That is important. But here, no need to specify the data type explicitly. You can just assign the variables. You can either include the positive numbers or you can either include the negative numbers of your choice. The data type will be correctly assigned. Here the height is given as 5.9. The y symbol is assigned with this numbers. So if you just given this type of height, the output will be class float. So here in the same example, here I can assign this with 9.80. Yes, what the type is, it is the float. Here it is displaying, it is the float. So based on the values we are assigning to a particular variable, the data type will be implicitly understood by the compiler and it will categorize which particular category it belongs to. So this is the first case. Likewise, what are all the different data types available is first is integer, second is floating point, and third you look at here complex number type. That is a number plus I or j of certain number. I hope this you have studied somewhere. Complex number type. In mathematics and all, we have come across this format. A plus bi, a plus bj, either I or j. Here the first part is real part. That is the A part is the real part, which is the thing that is associated with this J is the imaginary part. So if you have not come across this complex number, you can search for what is a complex data type, A plus BI or A plus BJ. This is the complex number. So here complex number also may be of positive as well as negative. The positive complex number is a plus bj and the negative complex number is minus a minus bj. This is the negative complex number. If you have specified any variable like this and you just say it will display it is of the class complex. Example, here I can give 9 plus 8j. What may be the type of this a? It is showing me complex type. Yes. Likewise, we can specify the third data type complex. And one more data type is there. What is that? Boolean. Boolean is a data type that may takes the two values for any variable, true or false. So this we can use somewhere. This Boolean data type is important in notations. This you can use in any of the programming code. What is the data type of that particular thing? If you are assigning anything with a true or false, it will display its class as Boolean. Yes, instead of this complex number, I can give true. I have assigned this with bool. So it is given a class bool, which is the Boolean data type. And I have already shown you if you are assigning any string to a particular variable, it will comes under the category of class str. So far, what are all these are all the outputs. So I have given you this code and this code is completely executed here. So this is arithmetic operations. So from arithmetic operations, it is demonstrated in a separate Colab. So the output for this program is also be given here. So what are all the different data types that will be implicitly understood by any compiler of Python is integer, floating point, complex, Boolean, string. Yes. These are all the different data types that is present. Based on we no need to specify these classes explicitly. Based on the values we are assigning to a particular variable, this will get automatically run and this will be taken automatically. So this is the first code for executing the data type. So I'll give you this code in chat window. I hope how many lines it will be accepting. So if you are just trying, you can just try with this. So and also you can see the indentation is important. It will take only particular number of lines. So you just execute some one, two, that is integer and floating point itself. So this will accept only a part of coding. It will not, the chat window will not accommodate the entire part. I'll share this file with the organizers later so that you can get it from the organizer. Don't worry. I'll just give. So I have just organized what are all the important hands-on programs that is necessary along with the output code. I'll share to the organizer. You will get it back later. So if we want to execute side by side, just take this first few lines from here up to this floating point and you just execute with your Colab window. You can get the output. So if you have any doubt in that, you can just get back to me. This is the first a simple program. The second program is demonstrating the arithmetic operations. Either it may be an integer. So this is the second requirement of any programming language. The first requirement is how to run a simple program, how to define a data type of particular language. That is the first and foremost important thing. The second important thing is next operations with the different data type. In there, the first operations is arithmetic operation. So what is arithmetic operation? How it could be executed? So this is not about a single data type with that value. You can look at here. So I have four variables with four different data types. First one is 10, second 3, third 5.5, fourth 2.0. So the first one is you have to perform addition. So the addition, you can add A and B and you can store it in this variable. You can add C and D, store it in this variable. And you can just display the addition of what? Addition of floating number what? Even though it may be an integer addition or the floating point addition, you just execute A plus B, C plus D. Similar wise, you can perform subtraction also. Subtraction, A minus D, C minus D. And one more thing you can notify here is, what is this display statement? Integer addition A plus B equal to addition. So what it is representing? You may get a doubt here. So this is nothing but if I want to get the output like this, look at the output, you will be clear. How I am getting my output? Integer addition colon A plus B. These are all the things of my own interest. I want to display in this format. So the format you can give whatever the thing that it needs to be displayed as it is to be given inside the double quotation. And the value, output value is displayed at last. So this is the format of display. So you can look at here. So addition, integer addition colon A plus B equal to whatever the thing you are given in this double quotation, whatever the thing you are given inside this double quotation will be displayed as it is. Comma. Comma is a connection operator between the string. The thing that is given inside double quotes is a string, and this is the variable. What is this addition int? This is the variable. You can see here addition int equal to A plus B. So here A and B will be added and the result will be stored in the variable addition int. So that is what I am displaying here. C and D will be added and it will be stored in the variable addition float. That is what I am displaying here in the second line. But I am not displaying as it is. You can look at our sample program. I have performed A and B with two variables. For example, 5, B equal to 3. I am just displaying A plus B. What happens? It will give you the answer as 8. That's all. But I want certain thing to be displayed in addition to my output. So to format that one, you have to give that thing in a double quotes and comma. This comma is important. Comma is a connecting operator between your string as well as your value. So you have to give in this format. So this is the output format. Similar for subtraction, similar for multiplication. Star operator is for multiplication, and for division, slash operator is for division, and the floor division, double slash is for floor division, and performing modulus, that is obtaining a remainder. General division operator will gives you only quotient. But if you want a reminder, that is what is the 10 mod 3, what will be the answer? 1. That is a reminder value. If you want to get, you have to use this modular sign. If I want to perform some power thing, right? A power B, C power D. In C program and all, we will be using cap symbol. But here we are having a double star operator. This double star operator represents a power sign, A power B. If I want to calculate A power B, I can go with A double star B, C double star D. And you cannot think that I have to perform only one operations in calculation. You can combine any number of operations in a single line. That is the combinations of operations. Also, that is be possible. So please, I'll give you 2 minutes time. Please try to execute this one. So this alone I can give you. Just execute this addition and subtraction. Addition and subtraction part itself. And lastly, important is that power thing, power and combinations. So you can just execute this in your Colab. So I'll give you 2 minutes time. Just execute and look at how this thing is varies. Please try to work on your own. So you can execute. I have just given 4 operations. You can perform addition, subtraction, division, floor division, modulus, etc. And just analyze how it is working. Just copy and paste in your code cell and just execute and view the output. Okay, I can explain you the next part of the code. I hope you just know how to execute this coding part. Next is an interesting thing. Once again, so here comes the third interesting part of doing something with the string. So if you are this is the stage by stage hands-on experiment. If you're going with any programming language, the first important thing is how to run that particular code. Where I can open, how to run, where I can install, how to run. This is the first step. Second one, I am just doing a simple experiment. How, what is the data type? How it could be given? How it could be executed? Second thing. Third, I know certain things about data sets and are all. Sorry, data types and are all. Now I'm just going for some calculations and display in that particular programming language, that is arithmetic operation. Next, these operations we have just defined with only the numbers, numerical part. What is the importance I have to give for the string part? This is important. This next important thing. This is the fourth step. So how I can do some string operations in Python? Everyone look in your, just keep in your mind that in Python programming language, you can able to see n number of built-in functions. It is defined with n number of built-in functions. You just no need to write code from scratch for everything. N number of libraries are there. Just to use that function name. That's all. Coding is written by someone and it is given as library by someone. The only part that is required from the user side is you just understand what library to be used, what function to be used. That's all. No need to write coding from line 1, line 2, line 3. For example, I can say you performing this calculation, certain calculations like addition or matrix multiplication in C programming, it may take 20 lines. But if you are using, it may take 10 lines or 5 lines. That's all. Because we are having enough number of built-in functions. So I can show you some of the things. So look at the thing. I have assigned two variable. First one is hello, second one is world. I want to combine this first and second. I want to display my output as hello world. You can ask me, can I go with this print statement like this? Yes. Can I go with this print statement like this? No. This is for one string and one output variable. If you want to combine these two, comma you can use and you can combine. But here the constraint is, I want to combine this two string variable as a one string variable. What is my output is? So here I can define another variable. This concatenated str is my variable name. That is my own name. You can define your own name. str1. This is the first string. Plus is a symbol. Please note down. If you're just listening, please note down. Plus is a symbol that is used to connect two string variables. String is nothing but the set of characters. If you want to combine a set of characters to another set of characters, you have to use plus sign. But if you want to combine a string with an output variable, that is a numerical part, you have to use comma. String with output numericals, you have to use number parts. You have to use comma. String combined with another string, you have to use plus. Plus is a connection operator for two string. Okay, if I just put str1 plus str2, I may get output. But what is the extra thing I have given here? Please note down here. What is this extra thing I have given? Empty double quotes. This also please note down. What is an empty double quotes in Python represent? It is nothing but it is a space. So please note down, to combine the string with the variables, you have to use comma operator. To combine string with another string variable, you have to use plus operator. In between or in at the end, if you want a space, you have to use empty double quotes. Empty double quotes represent space. So if you have given like this and you are just displaying this concatenated string, your output will be hello space world. What happens if I have not given this empty double quotes, anyone? If I have not given this empty double quotes, what happen is hello world will be displayed as one word. No separation in between. So here, if you want a space between the variables, you have to give this empty double quotes. This is one thing. And accessing substring. So within a line or a paragraph, I want to access only a particular part of the string. That is called substring. Substring is nothing but if you are given with a line or a paragraph or a page, etc. In that, you are meant to access only a particular part of the string. So that is called substring. So here what I can do, so look at here. This full string is a variable. I have assigned Python programming is 1. This is the set of characters I have assigned with this variable full string. If I want to display only a particular characters, substring 1 is my first variable. Full string, this full string is nothing but this one. This square bracket, first value colon second value. Look at this syntax. Full string first colon second. Full string first colon second. So what it represents? First is one number colon, second is another number. So here you have to get an understanding that you have to display the character starting from 0. Another thing you just keep in your mind, always the characters start from the index position 0. If I represent 0, it represents P. If I denote 1, it represents Y. If I denote 2, it represents 3. If I denote 4, it represents H. So here 0 represents, it have to start from the first character, and the second value denotes it have to end that -1. So it have to start from 0 and it have to be ended with 5. That is n-1. What is the last value? -1. So it have to start from 0. So what is that? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the first output will be Python. Yes, the first output. If you are just displaying the string 1, your output will be Python. Second thing, you can see the second one, 7 colon 18. What is the first value? It will be start from here. The first value is 7 means it will be start from the 7th character, 7th index position. Please, you will be making a mistake in starting index. Starting index is always 0. So you have to start from the 7th index and you have to end at 18 means you have to end at the 17th index. So starting from 7 up to 17, it is programming. Space also will be considered. You can ask me, this is the 5th one and this should be the 6th one. How it will be the 7th one? In between, you can look at one space is there. Space will also be considered as one character in Python. Please note down. Space will also be considered as one character in Python. So what? The character 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 insert n. Sixth is this space in between. And seventh is this p. Seventh is this p. So from here up to 70, it will goes on. So if I want to display last three characters in the first index position, put -3. Yes, I'll give you this one. You please experiment this thing. First, I'll give you the concatenation. We can go with more slicing operations. So look at. So what happens if I have not given? There is no restriction that within the double value, I have to always given these two values within the square bracket. That is, you with this colon, it is not necessary. We have to always give two values. What happen if I have missed one value? Look at here. This is substring 4, full string of, first I have left colon 6 only I have given. Whatever the thing after colon, if any number is there, that number minus one character will be displayed. If I have left this first position empty, which means is that you have to take from the start 0. Instead of specifying 0 here, which represents the starting index, you can leave the 0 also, which represents that is the starting index. Similarly, I have given the first one but left the last one. What it implies, ma'am? Whatever may be the case, if you are given with the first value, you have to count from that particular value. So the starting index should be 7. I have not given any ending index. It have to be entered up to the last character in that given string. In this full string, what is the last character? Up to that last character, it have to display, but that first character should be 7th index position. So you can see the output of this first one. You have to either given 0 colon 6 or you can given empty colon 6. The output will be Python. 7th up to the last character. So programming is fun. That will be the output. Double colon, no value first one, no value second one. Only the last value is given. This is an important slicing operation. These are all slicing operation. This is an important slicing operation in Python. What it denotes is that the first place always denotes starting index, colon. Second always denotes the ending index. That is, if you have given 7, it will be displayed up to 6. If you have given 10, it will be displayed up to 9. Third value is how many number of characters I have to skip. If you have given 2, from the starting to the ending, it will display the characters to position left. First, it will display P, and it will leave this Y, and it will display T. It will leave this H. It will display O. Likewise, it goes on. Every second character. If you have given 3 here, it will display every third character. Starting index to the ending index, every third character have to be displayed. So if you want that particular thing, for example, 7 here, 15 here, what may be the understanding of this? So previously it is empty colon value. So here I have to start from seventh index. I have to end at the index 14. Second one minus 1, 14. From 7 to 14, every second character have to display. If it is 3, from third index to the index 14, every second character have to display. What may be the understanding of this? From third index to the index 14, every third character have to display. This is the understanding. This is the slicing operations. If you have not given the second colon, no problem. It will display every character. If you want every second character, every third character, go with this third notation. Until otherwise, you can use this two notation itself. That is enough. I hope it is clear for everyone, the slicing operations. So starting index, ending minus 1. Starting, ending minus 1. Minus represents the last. From the last, how many characters you want. And double quotes. If you left any value, it will take from start. If you left the second value, it will consider up to last. If you have given the third notation, any number, that number of that character will be displayed. This is the basic string operations in Python. That is the string slicing operations in Python. So this is the concatenation, and these are all that substrings output is given. Like this string, we have to be well versed about how to display the date and time in the required format. This is also important. So because different programming language accepts different formatting conditions. For example, what is the function that is used to fetch the current system date and time? We are having a predefined function in Python. Note down this function. This is a predefined function in Python. Predefined means already written by someone. If you just use this function, it will fetch the current system date and time. And you can use the formatting function so this will not give only date time, current date, time, year, month, hour, minute, second. Everything will be written to this variable now. You can store it in a variable now. Date time dot now will return current date, that is day, month, year, current time, hour, minute, seconds. Everything will be returned by the predefined function. If you want to display, just display this one. Current date and time. What is the current date and time? In this format, it will be returning. What is that? 8, 9, 24, 6, 58, 23. And this is that seconds that will be running. So this is the format it will be given. But I don't want in this format. I want to pass in my own format. I don't want date to be displayed like this. I don't want time to be displayed like this. What you can do, just fetch the current value first and store it in one variable. I just claim this now, that is current date and time I have taken, and I have stored in the variable now. Next, I am going to formatting these things. See my first form. These are all my variable name. What is the thing that is given as left hand side of your equal to sign is a variable name of your choice. You can use your own names. Whatever the thing that is used after this will be most probably of predefined functions. So here now is nothing but just a variable that holds the current date and time that I have fetched and stored in a variable called now. Datetime.now is a predefined function. Just I have called. What it will be doing, it will catch your system date and time. That is based on your system. If you have set your system time date wrongly, it will return you wrongly. It will not fetch from somewhere in universe. It will be fetched from your current system. In which system you are using, in that system it will be fetched from. So that is stored here. This variable dot strf time is a string formatting function of a time variable. This is a predefined function. I have not written any coding for this one. This is a predefined function. What this function will do? This function will give you the output based on your expectation. If you ask your system, please give me output in that format, yes, it will give you. If you ask your system, please give me output in this format, yes, it will be given you. That thing will be defined by this strf time. String formatting of your time variable based on your expectation. It will be blindly giving the output in this format. This is the normal datetime functions output. This is the normal, the first line. Normal datetime function output is in this format. But I don't want in this format. I want it in some other format. I can use strf time. Percentage capital Y hyphen percentage M hyphen percentage D. If you have given small y, only 2, that is smaller formatting of your year, 24 alone will be displayed. If you have given capital Y, 2024 will be given. Then hour, minute, second. See here, if you have given in this way, your formatting will be like this. This is the formatting. What is the formatting? First year hyphen month hyphen day space hour. Hour, minutes, seconds. Hour, minutes, seconds will be in this hour will be in 24-hour format. Okay, this is one formatting. I want in another formatting like this. What I can do, ma'am? So you can see here percentage D slash percentage M slash percentage Y. That is day, month, year. Reverse format. 8, 9, 24 with slash in between. If you want slash, put slash. If you want hyphen, put hyphen. Percentage is for its formatting. Next, Indian Standard Time format I colon M. That is hour and minute alone will be displayed. This percentage P is nothing but this is PM AM representation. If you want that PM AM representation, you can use this one. 215, either it may be AM or it may be PM. So if you want to know either it is 215 AM or PM, percentage P has to be used. Now look at the format. This is the new format. What is the format? 8, 9, 24, 215 PM. This is the format. Okay. I want some other formatting like this. Yes. What I can do, ma'am? Percentage capital A denotes the full day format. Sunday. Comma. I have given comma. Percentage capital B denotes the full month representation. Yes, I got September. No comma I have given. Percentage D denotes the date 08. I have given comma. Percentage capital Y denotes the year 2024. Okay. Percentage I colon M is that 12 hours format time, hour and minutes. 250. Percentage P denotes the PM or AM. Okay. Instead of the date in this format, I want Sunday, September 8, 2024. Okay, that is be possible. Instead of this long Sunday, September, I want it in a smaller format like SUN, SEP. Yes, go with this. Percentage small a, shorter representation of day. Percentage B, small b, shorter representation of month. Percentage D, shorter representation, that is the date format. Then hour, minutes, second format. Hour, minutes and second format. Then the time zone. If you want the time zone, then you can give this the another thing percentage Z and percentage Y. These are all the different formattings of dates available. I hope it is clear for everyone. So here the understanding thing is very simple. Just one function will gives you fetch the date and time from your system and gives you. It will thrown out to you. Okay, this is the current date time of your system. Catch it. It will give you. Next, it is of your choice to display in beautiful formats. For that, you have to use this strf time with different formattings you can do. So I'll give you this part alone. You can just explore how it is doing. Print statement, you can just explore. So you can execute test one, and along with this, you can display the print statement. You can use this print statement to display. So the output is also given. I hope it is clear up to this point. I hope everyone is following me. If you have any doubts, you can get back to me. Yes, just go through this time formatting for 1 minute. I'll proceed with the next thing. So this is the date and time formatting. Next thing is okay. We have done across the basic arithmetic operations. We have done across the basic string operations, and we have come across the basic date and time formatting operations. The next thing is how to create and another step. How to create array processing, array formatting in Python. What I can do. So here is another program to create, append, remove list in Python. Array generally denoted as list in Python. Array, we cannot call this one as array in Python. Instead, we will be denoting that as list in Python. So here the list is, you have to create this list with the library NumPy. Everyone please note down, NumPy is a library that is holding all the built-in functions related to array that is one dimensional, two dimensional, three dimensional, array processing and array functions. Everything will be processed by this library NumPy. If I want to create, yes, I can call one function. If I want to append, yes, I can call one function. If I want to delete, yes, that for that also I'm having one function. All those functions are written inside All those functions are written inside this NumPy library. So for that, what I have to do is import NumPy as one variable name. If you have not, instead you can use import NumPy alone. But what is the purpose of import numpy as NP is that you can use this numpy statement and you can store and use it in one variable. You are just importing that library. Instead of calling that library name every time numpy, I can denote that library with one variable NP. So import numpy as NP. That is the first statement. If you want to experiment any predefined functions inside that numpy library, you can import that library first, store that library in your own name. That is the preliminary statement. What is the purpose of NumPy? The purpose of NumPy is to perform all the array related operations, two dimensional, one dimensional, etc. All those numerical calculations regarding this one and two dimensional array will be done using this NumPy. It is holding a number of predefined functions. Using that, we can use and predefined function to show the output. The first and foremost thing is I want to create one array. Okay, what I can do? I want to create one array with a certain number of values. If the same thing needs to be done in C programming, first you have to define an array variable, you have to allocate memory, you have to get that values from user, and you can use store that value in that array variable. This is the procedure you have to follow. But here, no need to go with that large procedures. Instead, you are having one predefined function called array. This is a predefined function. This NP is nothing but that library name. That library name dot array of certain things. This is a predefined function. So the outer bracket will be a function bracket. So since it is a function, predefined function, np dot array of function bracket. With that, I have to denote this array representation inside the square brackets. So what is that square bracket of 1, 2, 3, 4? So square bracket of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is nothing but I want to create an array with the elements 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This I'm displaying this variable. This array 1 is a variable. It will hold array variables of this size. Okay, I have created an array with only this certain set of variables 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I feel that I can add some more variables to my already predefined array. If you just display array now, it is displaying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want to add some other values now. What I can do? If it is in a C programming, you have to traverse your array up to last, then you can add, then you can, instead you have to extend your memory and you can do. No need to do such thing in Python. It is very simple. You can call another function np.append. This is an append as a predefined function. It will take two parameters. The first parameter is what array you want to append. Second parameter is what are all the values you want to append. So here you can see np.append array1 of certain thing is to this array 1, I want to append these two values. Already this contains some values. In addition to this, I want to add two more values. That is my constraint. So the np dot append of array 1. Array 1 is a previously defined array variable. It is holding the values 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In addition to this, I want to add these two things. So 6 and 7. That also I have to specify in a square bracket. So what happens on this line? Now if you are displaying this array 1, it will display. First time it will display 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Second time on display 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is added. Yes, that is the functionality of append. Okay. In if I want to add some more values, yes, again use that append value function to this array 1. Now this array 1 contain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In addition to this, you can add the certain series of values 8, 9, 10. So what will be the output of your array 1 now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In addition to this, 8, 9, 10 will also be get appended. You can look at this third array 1. What will be the third array 1? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In addition to this, 8, 9, 10 will be appended. Okay. This is okay. This is for adding. Adding, you can have a function called append. Okay, ma'am. What is the function for remove? What is the function for delete? So for removing, you cannot have a direct remove method, but you can use np dot delete. Np dot append is for adding. Np dot delete is for deleting. So you can use np dot delete as a predefined function. This is used for deleting a particular thing. This function will take two parameters. The first one is in which array you want to delete. That array name you have to specify. Second thing is at what index position. This two is nothing but index position. Keep in mind that same what I have said for string, always the index position starts from 0. Whatever may be the case, either it may be the string or it may be the array, whatever may be the case, you have to start the index position. Assume that the index position always starts from 0. So what is the understanding of this one? Np dot delete array 1 of 2. The element present at the index 2 should be removed. What it will be removed? Any one. Now, what is your array 1? It will contains the value from 1 to 10. I hope everyone is clear up to this because I have used this append function. This append function will gives me the final array listing from the values of 1 to 10. Okay. In that array, I want to delete the index position 2. So what I have to do is, so look at, this is the final array. Previous step, this is the final array. So 1 will be presenting at the position 0, 2 will be presenting at the position 1, 3 will be presenting at the position 2. So if you call np delete of this array 1 comma 2, the element present at the index position 2 will be removed. So what will be removed now? 3 will gets removed. So this is my output. So this is my output after that element that is deleted at the index 2. I'll be having 1, 2, 3 goes deleted, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is my output in array 1 after that deletion. Okay, what is the next step I have given? np dot delete array 1 0 comma 4. Is there is any restriction I have to delete the element one by one? Whether this delete function will delete only one index at a time? No. You can give certain number of indexes to be deleted at once using the square bracket. If you specify only one index, yes, that index alone will get removed. If you have just specified 2, what happens? The element present at the index 2 will be deleted. If you have specified 0 comma 4, the element present at the index 0 as well as at the index 4 will be deleted. Yes. What will be the answer after this, anyone? So this is the final output. The element present at the index 0 is 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So the element present at the index 4 is this 6. So now this 1 and 6 will be deleted. This will be my output. So likewise, you can give. If you have given np dot delete of array name, comma, only one number, that index part alone will get deleted. If you have given np dot delete of array, comma, within the square bracket, you can specify certain sequences of numbers, comma separated, then those indexes will be deleted. This is of one dimensional array. NP, that is numpy, is meant for one dimensional as well as two dimensional array. Okay, you can ask me how to create a two dimensional matrix, ma'am, using this NP data array. Same function. Either it may be in one dimensional. See here, NP data array, only one square bracket elements, one dimensional array will be created. the same NP data array with outer square bracket and inner square brackets. So this outer square bracket, within this you will be having sequences of inner square bracket. This inner square brackets it denotes. So if I am having two inner square brackets inside this array method, it will be creating two-dimensional function. Yes. On displaying this array 2, what will be my output? This is my output. 1, 2, 3, one dimension, 4, 5, 6. A matrix will be created like this. A matrix will be created like this. So only thing is the same function. I'm not changing any function for one dimensional array. I'm not changing any functions for two dimensional array. The same np dot array function. The only difference is that if you have given a single square bracket with certain set of values, that is called one dimensional array. If you are given a certain sequences of values with comma separated, that is a two dimensional value. In this two dimension also you can use this append, delete, remove under all. The same, the function is common, three function, np dot array, np dot append, np dot delete. How to use with single dimensional array, how to use with two dimensional array, here comes the different. So here np dot array, so np dot array of 7, 8, 9. So you have to append this one with, so here what happens, I have created an one dimensional array 7, 8, 9, only one dimensional array, stored it in the variable new row. I have called this np dot append array 2. Array 2 was previously I have given a two dimensional array. It is having row 0, row 1. So similarly here also you have to consider the first is row 0, second is row 1. The first is column 0, column 1, column 2. In this two dimensional matrix, how it can be represented? The first is row 0, second is row 1. The first column is column 0, column 1 and column 2. So here column 0, column 1 and column 2. So I have created a new array with 7, 8, 9, one dimensional array. I'm going to append this new row with the already defined array. Okay, I'm going to add the 7, 8, 9. Here I have given axis 0. What is axis 0? Axis 0 always represents it as a row. So here you can see axis 0 always represents row. Axis 1 always represents column. What here it is representing is that to the already defined two-dimensional array, add this one-dimensional array in row wise. In row wise. So what will be the output of array 2 after this? Previously, I'm having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I am having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Axis 0 means row wise attachment. The 7, 8, 9 will be attached as an one more row. Row 0, row 1 I am already having. Now it is row 2. That is the representation of axis. So you can understand NP append takes two parameters. Sometimes NP append takes three parameters also. When the two parameters are given array, what is the append statement? So here only two. What is the array? What have to be appended? If it is a two-dimensional array, what is the array? What is the appended axis and the axis representation? These things you have to give. Similarly for deletion also. So here np.delete is the same function. From which matrix you are going to delete? The first one is in this matrix. One is the index. So axis 0 means row wise. So row 0, row 1 I want to delete. So what will be the output after deleting row 1? This is your output, previous step output, row 0, row 1, row 2. Now you are saying remove this row 1. So second row will get deleted and your output will be 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9. That's all. So this is row wise insertion, row wise deletion. Row wise insertion and deletion means you have to give axis 0. Very simple. Column wise insertion and deletion means you have to give axis 1. That's all. Very simple. So here how many columns are there? So how many columns? So previously I'm having this thing is the last output. Yes, this is the last output. I'm having 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9. If I want to add one more column, since I am having two rows, two values needs to be given. Yes, two values needs to be given. So look at here, np dot array of the first column value in one square bracket, second column value in another square bracket. So how it will be taken? To the first row end, 10 will be appended. To the second row end, 11 will be appended. So your final outputs looks like this. So 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9 is my previous output. Now it is 1, 2, 3, 10, 7, 8, 9, 11. Where this 10 and 11 comes from? 10 and 11 comes from the append function. Along axis 1 I have said. So it have to be added along row wise. So it has to be added along row wise and it have to be appended here in 10 and 11. In row wise also you can perform deletion. So how to perform deletion in row wise? So here np dot delete the same function from array 2. Axis 1 is along the column wise. 0 represent the first column. I have to remove the first column. So what will be the output? This is the previous output. In that the first column needs to be gets deleted. So the first column removed, the remaining thing 2, 8, 3, 9, 10, 11 will also be present. So please keep in your mind that NumPy is meant for processing this arrays in two-dimensional or one-dimensional. Only three functions. You keep in mind only three functions: np.array, np.append, np.delete. Append is for adding, delete is for removing. Delete, you can give the number. That number is nothing but it is an index. If you want to perform two-dimensional matrix, you have to give one more thing extra, that is called axis. Axis 0 represents that is the row wise. Axis 1 represent that is the column wise. Hope it is clear for everyone. I give you this. Please execute this one. This is an important concept in NumPy. So I can give you small part by part. You can take any part and display. You can take only few first few parts and you can display. For example, creation and one dimensional append, that yellow part you can do. Then one dimensional delete. Then creation of two dimensional array and deletion of two dimensional array. You can execute this one. I'll give you 2 minutes time. Okay, I hope everyone has got that point. I hope there is no issue with that. Yes, I'll explain then with this Python hands-on how to experiment this looping statements and all. That is conditional formatting statements and all. So you can study this. I hope you might have studied these statements previously in this 4 days. This conditional statements and that looping statements like for loop, while loop, these statements and all you might have been studied in this. Here to execute those conditional statements and looping statements, the one particular thing that is necessary is you have to be concentrate on this indentation. The indentation is important. The indentation space is important. So here, this is a function. I hope how you have to define a function. Def is a keyword for defining any function. In this example, I'll explain you how to find the largest of three numbers using function as well as using this conditional statement. If you study this code, both the concepts will get clear. What is the function to find the largest of three numbers using if else? So I have to write functions to identify the largest of three numbers. So def is a keyword to define a function. I hope you might have been seen in C program, Java, and there all we will be using the function names like void add, void int add, likewise. Similarly, the keyword here you have to use in Python is def. Find largest is my function name. So it is taking three parameters A, B, C. So this is taking three parameters A, B, C, and it is checking for which is the largest among these three numbers. So after this for div keyword function name and parameters, you have to give this colon. This is important. This is the syntax for defining a function. Def is a keyword, then function name, then list of parameters. Then you have to end with the colon sign. This is the function definition. I hope the function you have studied. This is the function definition. After your function statement, you have to give one indentation space. There is no brackets. Please note down there is no bracket representation in Python. Only this indentation space matters. If you have given wrong indentation, yes, I will get a compilation error. So the very, very important thing is there is no brackets even for if else if statement, even for a functional statement, there is no indentation space available. Sorry, there is no brackets available. Only thing is indentation. So I have to give one indentation, one tab space, and I have to check the if condition. If is a normal thing. If there is no brackets, so don't get confused. If condition, that's all. If you have multiple condition, you have to use the keyword and. And is a keyword. If you want to check for multiple conditions, you have to use and. If A greater than or equal to B and A greater than or equal to C. In both the cases, A will be greater. So ended with colon, one indentation space. I have to say A is a larger number. If A is greater than B and both the condition true, it will come to this place. Largest will be assigned with A. Else if will be defined with L if in Python. ELIF. This is the else if statement in Python. ELIF. If B is greater than or equal to A and B is greater than or equal to C, I can say B is greater. So the statements ends with a semicolon, sorry, colon, and you have to give one indentation space. So largest will be assigned with B. Else I can say largest will be C. So else colon largest equal to C. After completing this, the function goes to end. So I have to say the return largest. So either these three conditions, either one of the conditions might be true and the largest will be written. Largest equal to A, largest is B and largest is C. Either of these cases, the largest value will be identified and it will be written. For example, I have defined the three numbers. This is the function path. This is separate. This will be complete. this will gets called only I am making a function call to this particular function. So here comes the statement. If it is in a C program, function will be written in a separate code block. Main function will be written in a separate code block. But here, there is no separate code block for function. There is no separate code block for main function. So everything written here written the same function. So here the find largest of A comma B comma C. So largest element will be assigned with the largest and it will be returned. I have to call this function. So I am declaring three numbers. Calling this function, find largest is my function name. Calling this function, passing these three numbers as a parameter. So what happens on this line? Find largest of num1, num2, num3. So what happens on this line is this function gets called num1, num2, num3 will be assigned to this ABC. Now this function getting executed. Since I have made a function call, this function getting executed. Once the function gets completed, the largest number will be returned. Okay. Here I am returning something that have to be assigned with one variable because my function is returning something that is the largest number among these three numbers because I have written a code like this. So I have to define a code. This function is returning something. So it has to be assigned with one variable named largest num. So next is I want to display that the largest num is what. So to be in this format, it is displaying. So here the thing is that so I am writing function as well as conditional statements both combined inside. So the thing is you can write the function and there is no main block and there is no separate function block. How the compiler identified after this statement it will understand, okay, whenever a diff will start, okay, this is a function, this will be get executed only if it make a call. Okay, after this written statement it will consider, okay, this is a main block, so we have to execute from here. Likewise it will be implicitly understood by the compiler, so no need to specify explicitly this is a code block and this is a main block. So only thing is the indentation matters. After every colon to the next line, the indentation matters. So this indentation space have to be given correctly so that it will be executed. So here it is checking for largest of three numbers and finally it is returning the largest number. So I am assigning the three numbers and the three numbers with this three numbers I'm getting calling to a function and it will return the largest number and it will be stored here in this largest number and that will be displayed here. Largest number will be displayed. So this is the simple program to find the largest of three numbers. Next comes here how to convert a temperature to and from Celsius to Fahrenheit and Fahrenheit to Celsius. So if you want to do this calculation, the one important thing is you have to know the formula. So since for both the calculations, either one of the formula you please study, the remaining one is the reverse case. So we cannot sometimes remember the both the things. So it is the better choice is to remember any one thing so that we may get the second thing easy. So usually we can easily remember that Celsius to Fahrenheit conversion. Fahrenheit is equal to C star n by 5 plus 32. This is the easiest method to remember. So you have to take Celsius as an input, star 9 by 5 plus 32, it will be converted into Fahrenheit. So the Fahrenheit is the reverse of this calculation. Fahrenheit minus 32 into 5 by 9. So I have written a separate a function. So in this code, you have to understand that there is no restriction that for any program, I have to write only one function. That is of your choice. You can include n number of functions inside your code block. I am here using two functions. First function name Celsius to Fahrenheit. Second function name Fahrenheit to Celsius. This is my own name. Def is a keyword to define or to know that it is a function. This is a function name, my own name. I can take my own name. Within the function bracket, this is a parameter. How many parameter? It will take only one parameter, that is Celsius. With this, it will be converted into Fahrenheit and it will be returning Fahrenheit. What this function will do? This function name is Fahrenheit to Celsius. So this is taking Fahrenheit as an input and this is doing this calculation and this will return this Celsius. So how to, these are all the two functions that I have completed. Next comes here the main function. Temperature I am assigned with one variable. Temperature Fahrenheit I am assigned with one variable. So I am calling the first function Celsius to Fahrenheit passing the Celsius and I am displaying. To the second function, I am passing the Fahrenheit temp F, calling the second function Fahrenheit to Celsius. Temp F, Fahrenheit to Celsius. So Fahrenheit to Celsius will convert this, will call the second function taking Fahrenheit as an input and this converted into a Celsius. And both the things will be displayed. For displaying, so usually this is Celsius Fahrenheit. So we will be expecting in this format degree C, degree F. How to give that one? I know only the value. Okay, you just specify as it is here. Within the curly braces, you just specify the value. Within this degree C, you can specify what have to be displayed. Degree C represents it have to be displayed degree C and degree F represents it have to display degree F. Like this you can give. So here this denotes a single function single code block take two functions. One is for converting Celsius to Fahrenheit. Another one is for converting Fahrenheit to Celsius. So this is the case. So like in the previous case, you can take any number of functions inside a single notebook. So the last program in this section is to display the star pattern. So how to display the star pattern? So first let me give you the output. So look at this output. So if I have given the value or value that is row value 5, it have to display the star like this. What you can understand from this pattern? I'm just showing you this pattern as to do code for this. You know how to write function. You know how to write conditional statements. Yes. You know how to define a variable, how to make a function call. Okay. How to display this one? See, if the rows 5 is given, first row 1 star, second row 2 star, third row 3 star, fourth row 4 star, last row 5 star. Very simple. Okay. If R is 5, 5 rows have to be displayed. For each number of row, that number of stars to be displayed. That's all. For each number of row. If it is row 1, 1 star to be displayed. If it is row 2, 2 star to be displayed. Row 3, 3 star, 4, 4 star, and last one is 5 star. How to write a code for this one? Very simple. This is the function. So I have defined rows as 5, calling the function star pattern with this rows. Star pattern is my own function. So I have defined loop inside that. Do for loop. Okay, here comes the looping statement. Okay, what is the loop? So generally I know, ma'am, for I equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus. This is what I know. But Python gives you very simple formatting. Very simple formatting of for loops. For I. So I have to be in the range starting from 1 and it have to be end with the row. Row plus 1 defines it have to end with the row. Each and every time it have to incremented 1. That is the meaning of this line. The meaning of this line is a row starts from 1. So it have to be end with 5. That is this outer for loop. What is this inner for loop is? Outer for loop defines how many number of rows I have to display. That's all. That only defined by this outer for loop. What is this inner for loop? Inner for loop is for displaying the stars. Inner for loop is for displaying the stars. If it is first row, 1 star. If it is second row, 2 star. If it is third row, 3 star. Fourth row, 4 star. Fifth row, 5 stars. That is decided by the second for loop for j in range of I. If it is I is 1, 1 star to be displayed. I is 2, 2 star. For that, this for loop is returned. For j in range of I. If I is taking a value 1, j will run 1 times. If I is taking a value 2, j will run 2 times. I is taking a value 3, j will run 3 times. So if the j loops inside that I have displayed star and I have given empty double quotes, which means is that after the star one space is needed. For first line it is not a problem. Look at the second line under all. If the star is displayed between the stars, it is requesting one space. The space is important, else it will not display like it in a pattern. So the space is important. So for that space, I have given here the empty double quotes. And if one line completes it, the star to become for next line. That is for empty print statement. There is no next line moving statement explicitly in Python. So it means of this next line. So next line to be displayed by executing this simple print statement. The simple print statement will bring you your control to the next line. So when I becomes 2, j will display 2 star. This for loop will display 2 stars, space in between, and it will come to the next line. Likewise, this will be running one after another, and you will be executed and getting the star pattern like this. I hope what are the things we have discussed so far is clear for every one of you. And thank you for your patient listening. We can again meet in the afternoon session. Thank you, everyone.